Hi, I'm Danielle, and this is Chatter Out Loud, a podcast where I share thoughts and TV commentary on shows I like to watch. Now, before I start, I want to ask that you go ahead and like, follow, share, and subscribe. And on YouTube, where I upload my companion episode of my podcast, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. This way you can get a notification every time I post a new episode, and you won't miss out. So welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Your presence is very much appreciated. All right, I'm back with another Hallmark movie review, albeit late. Here it is. We're talking about a royal runaway romance. It was one of the 5 new movies as part of the Spring Into Love on Hallmark. Have you enjoyed the other movies? This was the last movie for me to watch. It actually aired 3rd in the lineup, right? Okay, so let's chat about a royal runaway romance. It stars Philippa Northeast, who plays Princess Amelia, and Brant Doherty, who plays Grady, the bodyguard. And the synopsis is as follows. Sparks fly between a princess and her bodyguard. Let me say that, start over. All right. Sparks fly between a princess and her bodyguard after her budding romance with an artist fizzles out. Okay, I almost fizzled out with my attempts in watching this movie. I restarted this movie 3 separate times, and the first couple of times I couldn't get past the first 15 minutes. On the 3rd time, I pushed past the 20 minutes, and I'm glad I did. The movie wasn't bad at all. I'm not a big fan of royals. And so that really got in the way of me wanting to give this movie a chance, right, in the beginning. However, the movie had fun, loving, and sweet characters. The scenery during the trip was pretty cool. I liked the uncle. I thought he was a pivotal character that was responsible for Amelia gaining her independence and falling in love. He was a joy. He was also interested in looking for a boyfriend. That was kind of like a subtle storyline within the overarching story. They'd only mentioned it a couple of times in the movie and didn't delve into it any more than that. But I like the uncle. And he also let Amelia and Grady borrow his convertible Mustang for the road trip. And from what I understand, that Mustang, it's like a muscle car, right? I don't know much about cars. All right. I thought there was good chemistry between Philippa, and I'm sorry, I know I'm butchering her name. I apologize. But I thought there was good chemistry between her and Brant. The one part where they were in Nebraska and their kiss was interrupted as the guy comes running out saying, "You're on private property." And weren't we all like, oh, they were about to kiss, right? I was all into it. Grady and Amelia's relationship started off a little rough. I found that Amelia was a little naive in the movie, but that was the point, right? She wanted to experience life and, experience just being on her own and have independence, right? Before she got the throne. I loved how she enjoyed some of the American customs, right? Like the diner that served breakfast all day, and how much she enjoyed the waitress saying, "Y'all." That was pretty cute to me. That made me chuckle. I found Grady to be pragmatic. I think that's the right word to use, right? He did share details about his relationship with his dad and a past love relationship. So Amelia and the viewers, we all got to learn a little bit more about him there. The artist, the original guy Amelia was pursuing, right, that painted that portrait of her, he really wasn't ready for a relationship other than the one with himself. Right? I didn't care for the artist. And I found here's this girl traveling from Bunbury all the way to America, to then go to Chicago so she can meet up with this guy. And he just didn't seem interested or appreciative of it. Or, I don't know. I didn't like him too much. I did like the postcards, right? The postcards that opened up each state as they traveled, right? That was pretty cool. That kept us abreast of which state we were in next. The bed and breakfast in Colorado, Arnie and Rosemary. Oh, I love those two characters. Arnie and Rosemary, they were the owners of that bed and breakfast. I found them to be adorable. The one line when introducing themselves, Rosemary said, "And my name is Rosemary. You can call me Rosie." And then both she and her husband, they say in sync, "Just don't call me Mary." They chuckled. And I thought that was the most adorable thing to watch. That was a good scene. I liked it. It made me smile. I enjoyed it. Rosemary, or Rosie, she also bonded with Amelia and had a lasting impression on Rosie. So much so that Amelia helped save their bed and breakfast. And so that was part of the storyline, Amelia's generosity, right? Overall, I like the movie. I like how they took time to get to know each other before falling in love, right? It wasn't so far-fetched. I actually looked up how far it is to drive from LA to Chicago. And I thought I saw like 30 hours or something like that. So it wasn't so far-fetched that over a few days, because they stopped in different states, that all the talking that they did and being in each other's presence, they were learning more about each other. So it wasn't so far-fetched that they were beginning to fall in love, right? I did enjoy the kiss at the end. It was believable. It was nice. He was slow. He hesitated. I like a good kiss. Unlike A Tale at Love, this kiss was believable, right? And that's actually what pushed this movie up in ranking for me, if I'm honest. I believe the characters. I thought that they had great performances. I did get that warm feeling in watching it, and I liked it. I'm really sorry that I waited so long to watch it. I just had this notion that it was going to be all royals and then all of that. And I was pleasantly surprised. All right, so a royal runaway romance. Princess Amelia of Bunbury traveled across America to explore a budding romance with an artist, and she fell in love with her bodyguard, Grady. Did you see the movie? What did you think? You have to let me know what you thought in a comment, or what you think in a comment below, okay? And that's all I have, so be sure to come back and give me a listen. I'd love for you to like, follow, share, and subscribe. And consider leaving me a message or a comment, right? I'd really love to engage with you. My name is Danielle, and you're listening to my podcast, Chatter Out Loud. Thank you so much for joining me. And as always, I appreciate your support. And that's all I have. Thanks again for listening, and I'll talk to you next time.